Imagine a perfectly planned adventure. It's been on the cards for months and you've been packed for the last week. You know the route like the back of your hand and weather maps are burnt onto your retinas. There's only one thing left to do on trips like those. To start.
The person you are calling is not available. Please leave a short message and it will be sent as an audio message.
For the uninitiated, Ben and I are not particularly organised people. We had no idea of daily kilometres, elevation changes, or really what we were in for. So we built our bikes in a car park, went shopping, practiced some sick stunts, and paused for a Tim Cope-esque photo before riding off to begin, in my opinion, the best sort of adventure.
Folks. So we've come 9 kilometres. We've climbed about 500 metres in ascent. We've been coming up the valley called by the Munyang River here. We've just hit Schlicks Pass. It's really exposed out here now compared to previously sheltered by the valley. And the temperature changes here is just ridiculous. 1 minute it's raining a little, next minute it feels like it's 30 degrees. This area just seems so unpredictable in its weather systems. 1,800 metres above sea level now. Pretty much, I think, hit as far as we're going to go. We just got some hikers here. I'll catch you soon, folks.
It's not that good.
No?
It's just silly.
Tastes good?
If I get sick though.
Fill it up.
So we made it here to Valentine's hut just behind me here. There's a couple of other people staying in the hut, so decided probably not filming. But we're just cooking up dinner now. We get some film of that, but just don't want to film other people. 17 k's today, I think it was, and then we'll head tomorrow to Mount Jagungal. Is the plan. O'Keefe's hut. Not really sure how far it is in k's, but there's a few other cycle tourists here, and they said they struggled today to get here from that direction. So we'll see. It's getting cold. Nice mist rolling in. And then Valentine's hut. How good. Hungry. A beautiful morning allowed us to pause and enjoy the serenity of the wilderness that we were passing through. The area first recognised in the Plan of Management for Kosciuszko National Park in 1974 and later declared as a wilderness area. Riding ahead urged us up through Australia's highest mountains, up and over rolling hills and down into the rivers below, the undulating, typical of the Alpine Plateau. The regular river crossings meant we didn't carry much water and made for beautiful lunch spots. What are you doing there, Benny?
Just collecting some drinking water, using the classic buff as a tool to remove any suspended debris in the water that could have microbiological activity that could make you sick. It's important you stay hydrated, and hydrated with clean good water like this. We're just making our own story out here, and so far it's been pretty special.
Well, it's about 4:30. We left Valentine's Hut at 1 o'clock, and so far we've covered about 7 kilometers, which has been fun. We've just pulled up here. Just up there is Grey Mare's hut. We were debating whether we want to ride another 8 to 10 k's to get all the way out to Dershk Hut, up over that direction. After a quick debrief, we've realised that, yeah, of course we want to cycle 8 to 10 k's closer to Mount Jagungal. So that's what we're doing. It's 4:30 now. Hopefully it takes us an hour and a half, and then we'll figure it out once we get there. End of day 2 now. Good day's ride in the end. Once we got past Grey Mare Hut. A pretty nice roll through to Dershka Hut here. Tomorrow we're going to hit Mount Jagungal, and then keep heading on. Yeah, been a good day. Long day. Pretty tired now, but hopefully there'll be less pushing of the bike tomorrow and over the next few days, but if you gotta push, you gotta push.
Yeah, it'd be better to have it like freaking. Imagine a massive high country storm. Like, and everyone's like, we're getting out, and we're still on our ponies, just like, just go, oh, we're going to go to McKay's hut. Is it good? Oh, go, get it. It's good, okay. Yeah, I want one storm out here. It'll be cool.
How big? A massive storm?
like a fucking thunder, lightning. Be in a hut, just be looking out the windows. It's just like, and like, you know, when it's like dark and then you got the lightning bolt that happens and it lights up the whole savannah. That's what I want. And then we should go for a bike ride in it. In our Steel. Maybe that's the name, Steel Ponies. There's a big wedge-tail eagle just up ahead on the rock there. Fucking hell, there's so many flies.
Because I was going to break it to you that I looked at the weather. Okay? I looked at the weather. Oh! It's supposed to be shit after New Year's.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like how bad?
Like thunderstorms every day.
I'm kind of keen for that.
Well,
The slog.
the Smoky Mountains.
And this needs to be hard. So far it's been easy.
But the rain just doesn't make it hard. It makes it like uncomfortable. Now, 4 days into the trip, the bikes and our bodies needed seeing to. I spent some time cleaning chains and replacing lost bolts, while Ben took to yoga and an expedition-style haircut. These issues, however, paled in comparison to an underlying problem that wouldn't improve out here.
Doing using the shitter and making a bit of toilet paper because we're pretty low.
Leaving O'Keefe's hut now. Bit of weather coming in behind us. I think that's going to be the rest of the trip, to be honest. Yeah, we're just about to head off. Realised missing a screw from one of my racks. Just got to make sure I keep everything tight because it's falling apart.
Oh, Tasmanian. Like it's like that alpine forest typology. There's a few brumbies out here, surely.
More river crossings ensued, deep enough to require the removal of our panniers. Cycling sandals seemed like a good purchase after a few laps through these rivers. Our wet feet were rewarded as the snow-gum woodland receded into grassland and sphagnum moss bogs, nature's sponges regulating spring snowmelt and protecting the mountainous slopes from soil erosion. Mawson's hut. Thoughts, Ben?
9 out of 10. Good Aussie character.
Yeah,
It's
good.
It's not overdone.
And the fact that there's toilet roll in the toilet.
Are you serious? Oh my god! Oh, that's so good. Alright, let's get mine up.
You reckon?
Looks pretty good.
The misty morning that greeted us at Mackie's hut foreshadowed the day's events. A long 55-kilometre day would double our total distance travelled and would take us to a place not often seen by the public.
So we're on our way to Happy Jack's Road, and it's a very misty, brooding morning. Here's Eddie coming out of the mist towards us. It's pretty poetic, this landscape right now. What a way to start the year.
Buddy, day for it, eh?
Day for it! Woo! And there Eddie goes into the mist. Eddie just doing some classic roadside repair. The eternal predicament of panniers falling off on these bumpy trails is saying we're always working on, particularly Eddie, and more recently for Eddie, his drink bottle holder, curiously. Me, I've got a hole in my tyre, I've got a bent disc brake, and a potentially sus chair that seems okay. Eddie has average front brakes, an somewhat broken back wheel, which is out of true, and pannier problems mostly.
Fundamentally a good attitude.
Yeah,
That's the thing you made.
but he said we both have good attitudes. And I've got the little anus flower.
The fog's just starting to lift now. They're coming across this big, sort of wide open, almost graziers sort of area. This area was extensively burnt last summer. You really wouldn't think so on a misty morning on the 1st of January. Same time last year, part of these areas were on fire. And there's so little regrowth in this area as well. See this tree behind me? We've got a little bit of epichloric growth coming back. But of the 100 or 200 trees I can see, there's less than 10 with this sort of growth coming back. You can still smell the charcoal in the air in this area. The fire must have been burning that hot. There's not enough rain coming in after the fires. And this area has just been decimated, absolutely decimated.
We'd come across Happy Jack's Dam, one of 16 in the Snowies.
The dark side of the Snowies.
Not even in Australia anymore. This is built by immigrant workers after World War II from war-ravaged Europe. They came here, not getting paid very much, and they did this. This place fucking sucks. I want to go home.
The Snowy Hydro scheme has been a topic of environmental concern since its beginnings. Having spent days moving through pristine wilderness, the gouged out, vegetationless banks of Happy Jack's Creek was a shock to the system. The Snowy 2.0 project is clearing a path for more renewable generation in a plan deemed to be the largest, most destructive development in a national park ever. Hydropower in 2020 produced approximately 6% of Australia's electricity, while rooftop solar produced 7 to 8%. Environmental damage to provide such meagre results is enough to deflate your tyres, especially when you've got to push your bike up a 1,000-metre hill. It was enough to force Benny to retreat into his hood. There was, however, a light at the end of the tunnel.
He's cycling up this hill. I was trudging along walking. He's missed the Patagonia hat on the side of the road. How bloody good.
You beauty.
Woohoo! Nice little bit of sealed road. I think we only got 5k's of it. I left my helmet at Dershkoff's hut. Hopefully it's there when we get back. Woo!
I don't think it's gonna boil.
It's close though.
You
So, what are you going to have when you get to the pub when this all finishes for dinner?
Probably just stick with the old palmy, you know? The old palmy, yeah.
And what are you going to have to drink?
Oh, well, I'll get the first round in. Get Benny a shandy. And I'll have a house red. And then she'll ask me, do you want a Keb Sev or a Shiraz? Oh. I'll get a Shiraz. No. I'll get a Cab Sav, please. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, that'll do me.
I was clearly getting cabin fever back in there. So I've just come up. There's this hill to the southwest of Dershkoff's hut. Might be able to get phone reception. I'm looking to get a new book on my Kindle. But I've just come across this little plant here. It looks to me pretty similar to a Dianella, a species of Dianella, which is sort of, it's an Aussie native, a bush food. These berries aren't yet ripe. These bloody flies. They'll go like a purpley blue when they're ripe. But yeah, not yet there. Cool though. Bit of bush tucker. We're really starting to see a bit of this weather forming now up over the ranges to the east of us. It's, we might see a bit of rain overnight, not too sure just yet, and may even see a whole lot of rain tomorrow, which might make it a little bit harder with creek crossings and whatnot. But yeah, can't keep a straight face.
Man, I have this weird feeling of like completion. I feel like we've done everything.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and then part of me is like, well, let's just get out of here today then. And then, yeah, I don't know, it's weird.
I kind of just think today's the last day,
Yeah.
and tomorrow we're just getting out.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like today's the last day. Like, you know, yeah.
And then tomorrow's just up and up.
Tomorrow we're just waking up and going. We're not even have breakfast.
Yeah.
We're literally going back to Jindy. Have some food.
I might shower.
Shit in shower, food. Message people and all that stuff.
Call it done.
And then we'll go to the pub.
Yeah.
Have food. And then I guess say farewell on the 5th.
Unless you want to sign up now because you're scared. But, I don't even really know.
We've done the best of it.
I don't want to do it.
Because he was scared.
We'll be up there with the geriatrics. Leave it cleaner than when you find it. That's my motto.
With river systems up and the rain continuing, staying on an extra day didn't make much sense. Both of us felt accomplished and renewed. We'd spent 7 days here, and our suspensionless and laden bikes either carried us or were pushed by us 140 kilometres. Mountain huts sheltered us whilst crystal clear streams washed away outside life. The solitude experienced in this part of the world strips back the unimportant. Phones lose their value and become expensive dead weights. The trivialities of life melt into nothing, and the dull flowers you used to walk past now burst with colour. The grass is somehow greener. Returning home from trips like this can be difficult, but it's important to try and carry your inspiration into your daily life and to return better than when you left.